Ja Leute, herzlich willkommen zurück zu Fire Emblem Three House. Heute geht's dem Arundel-Herzog an den Kragen. Ich hoffe es jedenfalls.
The leader of the Alliance has managed to escape to the harbor, has he? Those rats resist in vain.
Your Excellency, there's an army closing in on us from outside. The banners are those of House Blathid.
Blathid? I see. That idiot failed, it seems. Hurry up and kill the leader of the Alliance. With him gone, Deirdre will fall.
I will not let Claude die. Let's hurry to his rescue. Hey, you're late. Hurry up and help.
Ja.
My orders?
I'm your girl.
I'd be honored.
Guide me well.
What's my strategy?
Okay, der ist tot schon mal. Das ist gut.
Ready when you are. Next try. I'll make.
I am prepared.
At your service.
What's the plan?
Plan ist gewinnen.
I'll cut through.
Ja, ich weiß, kam sehr überraschend.
Leave it to me.
Ja gut, ich hätte auch mit langen Speer angreifen können, ich weiß.
Have it.
Claude's nuts. Asking me to protect the bridge. That's so much responsibility. But the guy's so helpless, I feel sorry for him. So, I'll do what I can to protect him. I'm
Look, the Imperial Army Supply Corps. Attacking now would be a fine...
The subjugation. They're showing up one after another. Nothing for it but to blockade the gate leading to the town.
Ja, bin ja da. Chillt doch mal ein bisschen. Schade, der hätte mir jetzt gerade geholfen, dass der Crit einfach käme. Der kam leider noch nicht. Ist ja doof. Kann ich Toren einsetzen? Ja, alles klar. Dann ist wenigstens der Magier, der Pegasus-Ritter da schon mal erledigt. Ich habe jetzt gesehen, dass das 0 Damage macht.
It's no good. We're surrounded. But I need to hurry up and rescue the boy. To get to the harbor, first we have to get rid of the enemy mercenaries. Thank you. That was a big help. I'll go and cover up.
Okay.
my.
You're a big help.
stride.
Clever. I can't believe they pushed through to here. Nothing is more foolish than dying in vain. Let's get to the harbor and finish off the leader of the Alliance.
Kommt er jetzt persönlich? Er kommt persönlich. Oder? Tatsache, er kommt persönlich. Damit habe ich jetzt nicht gerechnet. So. Und dann kann ich den nämlich schon mal heilen. Er wird zwar wahrscheinlich nicht allzu notwendig sein, aber kann ihn bestimmt noch brauchen.
A bit.
Fine work.
Ich durfte einfach vorher angreifen, was zur Hölle.
Nothing bites so hard as a cornered rat, eh?
All the
I'll keep...
Your very presence has foiled our plans yet again.
Shit.
So helpful.
Too slow.
Do our hopes end here?
Uncle, I need
Ach, er ist
to know
tot, ne? Ja, er ist
the
tot.
incident 9 years ago. You were involved, weren't you? You know something. What did Cornelia... No. What did my stepmother do?
You are not qualified to look into the darkness. You and Edelgard. Do your best to kill each other. You are family after all. There it is. The light.
Okay. Wir haben gewonnen. Na, ich hab Hilda und Judith beschützt. Das ist doch schön. Das gefällt mir.
He's dead. There goes our chance to gain more information. And again, even if we had managed to capture him alive, judging by the way he was acting...
Teach is absolutely right. We should take this rare opportunity to let off some tension.
It's been a long time, Claude. I'm glad to see that you're safe.
Same. I haven't seen you since the nightmare that was Gronder. She really did come to help us. You must be a bunch of soft-hearted suckers, huh?
If you really felt that way, you would not have set up a defensive battle in the hopes that we would come. It worked out only because we made it in time. Were you really so confident that we would answer the call?
Of course. I knew you wouldn't hesitate to put yourself second and come running to our aid. You and I are cut from different cloth. I wouldn't make a move unless I could gain something from it. You've always been just the opposite. And of course, I've always been fond of taking dangerous risks. After all, I sent that express messenger before you had even recaptured the kingdom capital. If all went to plan, I knew you'd recapture it soon, and then respond to our request for aid. It was riskier than usual, I'll give you that, but it was the only card I had to play, so I took the gamble.
You crossed too many dangerous bridges for my liking.
I know. But that ends today.
What do you mean?
Here, take this. Use it however you see fit.
The legendary bow, Fail Not. Isn't this the hero's relic of House Regan? Hold, Claude. This must be one of your jokes. You cannot truly intend to part with this.
It's not a joke. As of today, the Leicester Alliance is no more.
Just what are you planning, Claude?
If you're going to lead Fodlan, then the Alliance Lords will follow you. Back in the day, the Alliance split off from the Kingdom. I'm just putting us back together again. Oh, and I've already gained the support of the other Lords at the Roundtable Conference, so you can stop looking at me like I'm crazy. All that's left for me is to officially step down as the leader of the Alliance. I'm leaving Fodlan. There are things I have to do, dreams I need to see to fruition. That's why I became the Alliance leader to begin with, actually. But it left me no time for what I was really after. You'd better not take on too many responsibilities yourselves, or else you'll end up in the same boat. And remember, both the living and the dead cling to us without any regard for our own lives. It's up to us to break free of that weight and follow the path that we believe in.
Claude.
Oops, I almost forgot the most important thing. If you're looking for Rhea, apparently she's being held captive in the Imperial capital. It doesn't sound like they intend to kill her, but there's no telling what they're planning.
You have my gratitude, Claude.
Gratitude? Thanks, but no thanks. As far as I'm concerned, we're even now. I don't know how many years will pass until then, but let's promise to meet again. And when we do, don't be too hard on me, your kingliness.
Cool.
Well, Dimitri, are you finally going to tell us the damn truth?
What are you talking about?
Didn't Lord Arundel say something about you and Edelgard being family?
To claim that the king and the emperor are related. Could it be?
Ah, I suppose I never told you, though I do recall mentioning it briefly to the professor. Lord Arundel spoke the truth. My stepmother was Edelgard's birth mother. Political turmoil drove my stepmother out of the Empire. Father fell in love with her at first sight, and they married. I lost my birth mother before I was old enough to remember her. My stepmother filled that role for me, but she lost her life in Dusker 9 years ago, along with Father.
Hang on. I didn't even know she was your stepmother. Did my father know about this?
Yes, all those who were close to my father knew, including Rodrigue. But to speak openly about it would have caused a scandal. And so she was our secret. No one in the general public knew about her. Naturally, the fact that Edelgard and I are step-siblings was kept a secret as well.
I'm finally beginning to understand what you went through 5 years ago. I mean, Edelgard is the only family you have left, isn't she? To find out someone so precious to you is actually your most hated enemy. How heartbreaking.
But wait! You two were born and raised in 2 different territories, right? So you probably never met until you were both at the academy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the idea of fighting family is just about the worst thing ever. But hopefully the fact that she's a stepsister who you never really knew helps with the pain? I don't know. It was just a thought.
I am afraid that's not the case. Though it was only for a short time, Edelgard once called Ferdiad home. It was a long time ago, but she was a cherished friend of mine.
Wait! I remember now! She was that girl, wasn't she? The one you gave a dagger to! So, your little girlfriend was Edelgard.
Sylvain, if you have any more foolish things to say, please hold them for later.
I do have a few more in my sleeve, but they can wait. Go on, Your Highness. This is important for us to hear.
She may be a hated enemy now, but the Emperor is your old friend and your stepsister. Can you bring yourself to kill her?
I will kill her, if I must. But if there is any chance that the world she seeks to create could be a just one, then I would love to see a future in which I may reach out my hand for her and have her reach back. That said, I have no intention of letting my personal feelings cloud my judgment. Too much is at stake.
Your Highness, I think you should meet with the Emperor and at least try to talk to her. If there's any hope of ending this war without more bloodshed, we have to try. Besides, killing your own family, I'm sorry, but it's not right.
I think so too. And you are right that we should at least try.
I see. So my uncle's defeat is beyond doubt?
Yes, Your Majesty. I have confirmed it via countless channels. I advise that we accept this as a drop of joy amid a pool of sorrow.
Pretty words, but I'm afraid we can't rest until the joy outweighs the sorrow. And for that to happen, it now seems we must confront them all at once. Dimitri, who took back Ferdiad, Claude, who managed to protect the Alliance, and that professor, who is successfully mobilizing the Knights of Seiros.
What will you do, Your Majesty?
Pull back our forces. In the west to Aryan Road. In the east to...
Fort Mercius, I presume. There is no better place for such a confrontation, after all.
Indeed. And dispatch the Death Knight to guard it. He can buy us some time. In the meantime, I will...
Forgive me, but I must speak bluntly. I do not agree with what you intend to do. Though slight, there is a chance that once done, it cannot be undone.
Even I cannot always choose the direction my path leads me. There is no other way. And so, I must walk on.
Okay, also werden wir gegen den Ritter des Todes kämpfen.
Part 2. Azure Moon. Blue Sea.
War auch eine schwere Mission.
The Impregnable Fortress. When Claude steps down as its leader, the Leicester Alliance disbands, and its lords swear fealty to the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. The chaos in the kingdom begins to dissipate as the people unite under Dimitri's rule. Riding this momentum, the Kingdom Army prepares to march south for a decisive battle against Imperial forces.
We will finally have our decisive battle with the Empire this month.
The Eastern Lords are in the process of consolidating all of the troops within the entire kingdom. In addition, ever since Aryan Road's liberation, the Western Lords have been declaring their fealty, one after another.
Affairs within the kingdom have calmed down considerably, and we even managed to win over the Alliance.
Although it was a rough go at first, I'm starting to feel like we could actually win this.
That's true. Thinking back on it now, we've really come a long way.
We even have a lead as to where Rhea is located. It is as we predicted all along. If we are to rescue Rhea, then we must defeat the Emperor.
If we're going to march from the monastery to Inbar, then we'll have to cross the Great Bridge of Myrden again, right?
Yes, I believe so. As we have gained the Alliance's support, we should not have any trouble this time. After the bridge, we can cross Gronder Field and head south. And then we'll take Mercius, the so-called impregnable fortress that towers on the other side.
Fort Mercius, I know of it. They say it rivals even Aryan Road.
Count Burgleys, the Empire's Minister of Military Affairs, once had troops stationed there. But according to our spies, a large-scale military force has entered the stronghold. Perhaps they are gathering soldiers from various regions to compensate for their losses.
It is unlike you to worry so. But I feel we have no choice but to strip that place of its impregnable reputation. Once we take Fort Mercius, Enbar will be within reach. This is the Empire's last chance to stop us from arriving at our goal.
In other words, if we take this fort, then our blades will be at the Emperor's throat in no time.
If this is the last fort between us and them, then the Emperor will likely do everything she can to strengthen its defenses.
I just received a report on that very subject. The one commanding the troops stationed at Fort Mercius is someone we have crossed blades with many times. It is the Death Knight who awaits us there.
Jo. So, dann erkunden wir einmal. Wobei wir tatsächlich gar nicht mehr so viel machen können. Zwischensequenzen gibt es ja auch keine mehr. Nebenquest meine ich. Ups. Ja. War zu schnell. So. Dann gehen wir mal Übungsplatz. Ultraschwertkunst. Ja, wir haben S-Rang. S-Rang Felix, der müsste doch S-Rang-mäßig alles plätten. Eigentlich. Aber ich habe das Gefühl, dass der sowas von nicht S-Rang-mäßig den wegklatschen wird. Krasser Scheiß. Er hat wirklich in der zweiten Runde verloren. Digga, du bist S-Rang! Boah, keine Ahnung. Ingrid dann wahrscheinlich. Probieren wir mal aus. Nein, die hat nicht genug Power. Wow, mit 56% trifft es zweimal. Ja gut, jetzt hat sie auf jeden Fall nicht genug Power. Krasser Scheiß, ey. Sterben alle. Aus Spaß mal Dimitri.
On to the next battle. On to the next battle. I swear it wasn't in vain. On to the next battle.
Dazu sage ich jetzt nichts mehr wirklich.
On to the next battle.
Dimitri, die eigentlich nur Lanzen hat, gewinnt Schwertkampfturnier. Ihr wollt mich doch verarschen, ey. Ja, wie gesagt, ich kümmere mich jetzt auch nicht wirklich drum um die Leute da. Es juckt mich auch überhaupt nicht.
I'd like to confirm. That seems reasonable.
Hey, Ingrid.
I can't. Yes.
Ich glaube, wir machen es gleich. Ach so, ja. Juckt mich eigentlich nicht. Krieg Blumen und soll das Maul halten. Okay, das war zu hart. Sorry. So. Wollte ich irgendwas noch machen? Ich wollte einmal kurz gucken. Okay, mit Annette habe ich es. Ah, okay, mit Ingrid sind wir noch gar nicht so weit. Schade, naja gut. Ich wollte ja wahrscheinlich sowieso Mercedes nehmen. Ja, wenn ich aber... ich werde das Spiel natürlich auch noch privat weitersuchten. Klar.
I'm sorry to make you tag along with my shopping trip like this.
Ach.
You were very kind to all.
Ja gut, C-Rang. Gilbert interessiert mich jetzt gerade null. Ja, ist halt so, ne?
Of course, I'm really good.
Das wollte ich jetzt nicht. Gibt es irgendwas Spannendes zu kaufen? Ja. Bataillon. Okay. Ja, wenn wir jetzt gleich auch wieder einen Cut machen, bevor wir den Kampf beginnen.
The Kingdom Army crosses the Great Bridge of Murden a second time,
Ach ja.
moving south through Gronder Field. However, in order
Das heißt,
to
die
reach
Stage
Endor,
und
they must
danach
first
ist dann
seize the impregnable
Enbart
fortresses.
dran und dann haben wir wahrscheinlich durch. Tippe ich mal. Kommt drauf an. Ich habe einen kleinen Verdacht, aber den erwähne ich dann erst, wenn es soweit ist. Wer der Endboss sein wird.
Said to rival Aryan Road, the Silver Maiden. Perhaps a head-on siege was a foolish plan after all.
No, you're right that it's the only way. I don't think the Death Knight would have fallen for any tricks. Even if they are denied supplies, they could hold a fortress like this for months. And we cannot discount the possibility that they will receive more reinforcements if our siege is delayed.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. And we have no option but to do the best we can. Say, Professor, in the past, it seemed like the Death Knight took some strange satisfaction from his fights with you. He's an unpredictable opponent, a dangerous one.
Ja.
Please proceed with caution. I have not come this far just to lose you here. I'm serious. Do not be reckless out there.
That man approaches.
Oh, Casper.
They broke through the gates. Guess it's time for an impressive counterattack.
Und Lennart.
I get tangled up in all of this.
You are finally here. Will Death's scythe claim you? Or will I fall to that sword of yours? And Mercedes, here you are as well.
Ist halt ihr Bruder. Jerissa. Aber Jerissa ist extrem stark gewesen. Hat man ja in der Edelgard-Story-Route gesehen. Nur durchgerusht, der Typ, wirklich. Beziehungsweise nahezu durchgerusht, ne? So. Okay, wir sind diesmal hier oben. Dann haben wir hier Riesendämon, Dämonenbestie. Ja, klasse. Kaspar ist ein Kriegsmeister. Der sah fast wie ein Assassine aus. Wäre ich durchgedreht, wenn er auch ein Assassine gewesen wäre. So, der Ritter des Todes ist diesmal hier. Linhard ist hier. Ist natürlich ein Bischof. Ist logisch. Tja, von 2 Fronten würde ich jetzt mal sagen. Na, vielleicht von 3. Na, wobei ich könnte auch hier rüber gehen. Sieht auf jeden Fall wieder scheiße. Scheiße viele Gegner aus. Ich habe jetzt schon keinen Bock mehr. Nee, gut. Ist halt so. So, dann schauen wir doch mal. Donnerschwert können wir leider nicht mehr verwenden. War cool. Hat sich auch mega gelohnt, das Ding, wirklich. Silberlanze, Kurzsperr weg. Gut. Ansonsten war's das. Wir werden uns dann im nächsten Part sehen, wo wir dann den Ritter des Todes hoffentlich wegklatschen. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Wenn dem so ist, würde ich mich sehr über einen Daumen nach oben freuen. Und falls ihr noch nicht abonniert habt, würde ich mich sehr über ein Abo freuen. Unterstützt und motiviert mich richtig. Und wenn ihr das tut, empfehle ich euch auf jeden Fall die Glocke zu aktivieren. Denn 2 Videos pro Tag kommen nicht raus und dadurch kriegt ihr eine schicke Benachrichtigung. Oder sogar 2 Benachrichtigungen. Und seid dann immer bei mir up to date, was alles so Tolles bei mir rauskommt. Und ansonsten war's das. Wir sehen uns dann im nächsten Part wieder. Haut rein und bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.